Kia ora whānau! Welcome to the Dionne Show with Mark Taipari. Let's go, brother.
Mary had a little lamb, face and black as coal. Everywhere the Mary went, lamb was sure to go. Followed her to school one day and broke the teacher's rule. For the blues, yeah.
Woo.
All right.
Welcome, brother.
Yeah, nice to be here.
It's an honour
Nice
to
be
have
here,
you in the
Dionne.
car today.
Cool, thank you.
All
Pleasure.
right. Kia ora, guys. Welcome to the show. Put some love and some hearts. We've got more Kiwi musos coming up in the car, and we've got this exceptional guitarist, this singer, songwriter, and actor in the car, Mark Taipari. Welcome to the show.
Thank you,
Let's
Dionne.
crack into your second song, which is
Okay.
going to be...
Don't blame me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I won't.
I came home late last night about 5 o'clock in the morning. My girl, she said to me, where you been all night? I've been upstairs waiting for you, can't you see? Should have been home hours ago. I seen the company you're keeping lately. What we gonna do about this love? I'm trying my best, baby, but don't blame me for the way you are. Don't blame me. Maybe it's a question of time before you get up and leave. Don't blame me.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now I love the name of that song.
Yeah.
So, Kia ora,
Causes trouble.
D.
Yeah.
It causes trouble.
Yeah. It's a song that I wrote probably about maybe single men trying to move into a serious relationship and
Okay.
trying to give up their ways of being single and hanging with the boys and doing the thing. And
Okay.
so it's a story about that, really. And as the song goes on, there's about 5 verses, and it just talks about the progression of a man who's probably always, you know, had that single thing and
That single mindset.
and having to take care of a woman's needs, I suppose you could say.
Us girls, we have our needs. It's okay
Yeah,
to
that's
admit
right.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the song's about that, really, and
Aye.
about that, the progression of if they can make it as a couple, can he give up his ways? So yeah, that's what the song's about, really.
Those bachelor ways.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
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 Oh, very. So let's talk about the music.
Yep.
What inspires you
Oh,
in music?
everything. Yeah, just to play music and the feel of the energy of a live audience.
Aye.
Yeah, too right. It's special,
Aye.
you know.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
special, and
Yeah.
you know, like with this lockdown, we really, I don't talk too much about lockdown, but you know, you miss that live feel. Like I did live shows, you know, just from at home,
Yes.
and just try and entertain people and keep yourself in the loop and everyone else, you know.
Yeah.
So that was good for us as performers to have that the live
That connection with
feed
people.
stream, yeah.
Yeah.
So it kept us in the loop and keeps the voice working. I noticed my voice was like struggling at times during the lockout because you're not singing as much.
Yes.
You know, our voices need to work.
I like that because I think that's a very, very honest statement.
What's that?
The fact that you say that, you know, you weren't working as much, you're not singing as much. You know, you're a professional muso.
Not one live gig, not one paid live gig
Yeah.
in that whole time. So yeah, so it's not just the money I'm talking about, just the feel of being out in a live performance situation and playing to people. You know, I've done 2 or 3 gigs back in the last week or 2, and it's been fantastic. I had a fantastic gig the other night. Everyone was part, you know, they're in that
energy.
that feel, that zone.
Yes.
You know, like that concert feel, like next song,
They're
let's go.
ready to
you know?
party out of
Yeah.
lockdown.
So
Yeah.
that's the feeling that as performers I think we're looking for.
Yes,
Always.
it is.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And making people happy, you know.
Yeah.
That's what music does.
Now, kia ora, guys. Just want to do a shout out to everyone that's clicking on the show today. It's great to have you here on the Kiwi Karaoke Show. My name is Dionne. Welcome along. This is an online community of like-minded musicians. We're all about supporting people within the creative industry. So if you are a muso and you want to get in touch with the show, message me at the end of this. And if you like this format, please share it and you can help my brother out as well.
Cool.
So we got Di. Kia ora, Di.
Who's
Tamara.
on?
Kia ora, Tamara. Hiya. Kia ora,
Beautiful.
kia ora.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we're getting back into the vibe
Yep.
of live performances again.
Yeah.
You actually had one tonight over in Tauranga at the Sits Club.
Got one tonight. I came down from Auckland to do one tonight.
Awesome.
So, yep. And it's a nice club, and Tauranga has a real dance community. They love their
They do.
ballroom and their
Yep.
Ciroc. They're
Yeah.
right into it. So it's nice. They come out and the dance floor is usually full, and I enjoy it. It's different from playing at a pub or on a big stage or wherever or at a wedding. It's a different feel. So it's cool, and you can play. They don't tell you what to play. They just let you go.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're a neat crowd like that.
Now, have you always been a musician?
Always. Yeah.
How did it start for you?
When I was about 3 or 4, I just remember as a small child just hearing the radio and just listening to the radio all day and just singing to it and learning different ways of changing the voice, and did that, right from
Yeah.
young really, and just always had that passion for singing. So, but it wasn't until about 11 where I picked up a guitar and decided, well, if I want to be a singer, that guitar, that's got to be handy for backing yourself.
Yeah. Did you teach yourself, or were
Pretty
you
much.
taught?
The lady taught me a couple of chords, and then the music teacher taught me a couple of chords, and then I just went from there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, how many songs do you think over your career, Mark, that you may have written?
Oh,
I know, tough question.
there's hundreds, and
Yeah.
there's so many songs I write in a different format now. I write live. I don't sit at home and write. I perform them live in front of crowds and create them. Yeah.
Wow.
So like that. Don't blame me that I just did.
Yeah.
That was created one night at a gig.
So you're actually performing. You're actually on stage
In
performing,
front
and
of
you
a
start
crowd. Or
creating them.
I'll do it in front of a live crowd like that. Not so much in a dance situation, but if people are dining or sitting around,
Yes.
I can just create the songs.
Was that a
You
conscious
can't stop
thing?
and start. You got to go through and keep going. So
Yeah.
they don't know that you're actually creating a song.
My gosh.
Some people work it out, but most people don't really realise that you've actually just created it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a nice way it's a brave way of doing it.
That is extremely brave.
Yeah, it
extremely
is.
courageous.
I thought I'd never do it, but I started doing it. I was gigging every Thursday night in Papamoa,
Oh.
and it was restaurant type thing was full of probably 80 to 100 people a night,
Yeah.
and they just would never have known that 80% of the material was written on the spot.
On that night. Oh my gosh,
But I
that's
would
incredible.
record them with a dictaphone,
Yes.
take them home, and then reshuffle them, and I changed the subject. There's a song that's on my YouTube that I did that was
Yes.
written on the night.
Do you want to shout out to that song so everyone knows? Go to Mark's
If you want
YouTube
to have a look at that, a nice little video I did with a good friend of mine, Tony Raymonds, and we did that. I recorded that with Tim Armstrong, who lives in this lovely town
Aye.
of Maramata, and so we recorded that and did the video at the Mounts. So that's on my YouTube page under Mark Taipari if you want to have a look. And there's another lovely song there called She. I might even play a little sneaky of that
Yeah, go
She.
on.
It's probably one of my songs that's one of my most well known. Can we play a little bit?
I was going to say, do you want to do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Kia ora, Jackie.
Something she said that's in my head goes right down to the edge. But I want to give you pride to take one step back again. Would I want you the same to wander around lost again? And then it moves into the chorus. I'm just moving through the song. The chorus. She never stops to remember me, yeah. She doesn't want me to forget her name. So yeah, so it's that
love
feel.
that.
It's
I
got
love
nice
your feel.
drums and it rocks along nicely.
Hey Mark, I'm going to ask you if you could please sing your third song. Could you sing Living So
Free.
Now, could you play the whole thing?
I could probably play pretty much the whole thing, if you don't mind. Yeah.
I'd love that.
So, yeah, I wrote the song, I was sitting on the deck in Thames where I was born and bred.
Yes.
I was back there living, probably I wrote the song about 7 or 8 years ago, and it's just living in the Coromandel, and it was a beautiful night, sunset, and this song just came to me as I was sitting on the deck, so yeah. Where you been all my life? I've been waiting for you to come. Well, nothing in life ever seems so bad. You're waiting in the sun. We never worry about tomorrow, because it's this life that I love. I remember when I saw you last time, you didn't look so happy. When you called out to me, I said your name and you smiled at me. We gotta take a chance in life, or it will pass so quickly. Baby, you might belong. You seem so strong, well I need you to be. Oh, you and me, girl, we go back a long, long time. Do you remember those days when everything was so fine? We played until the sun came up. We thought about sleep. Well, we let all our cares and all of our worries go out with the sea. We never worry about tomorrow, because we are living so free. Oh, we're living, we're living, we're living, we're living, living so free. Come on, sing. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, we're living so free. I say, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, we're living so free. I remember I saw you last time, you didn't look so happy. Well, I called out to you, I said your name and you smiled at me. We gotta take a chance in life, you know, baby, it'll pass so quickly. Well, you might belong. You seem so strong, I need you to be. We don't worry about tomorrow, because we are living so free. Oh, we're living, 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 baby, living so free. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, we're living so free. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, we're living so free. Living so free. Oh, baby, we're living so free. Woo!
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
that
Dionne
was
didn't even know that song. That was lovely.
Thank
Wow.
you. Isn't he spectacular?
Beautiful. That was very spectacular. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for playing that in the car,
Cool.
Mark.
I
You're
love that
amazing.
song. Thank you.
I'm having a fan moment.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Eh? I'm a fan
Jackie.
too. I've heard her stuff. She's good.
Okay,
Very good.
I'm aight.
She's good.
Jackie, kia ora, great singer. Yes, he is. Now,
Thank you.
Pardo, share this video. You know how it works.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. And I have to say, it is huge and so awesome to be back in the Kiwi karaoke car after our enforced holiday, which we all needed because no one wants to get sick. So I just want to say a big shout out to everybody. I do hope you are all well going through this experience that we have as a global planet. But my love and prayers to you all and your families, and especially those people that were impacted by the COVID virus. My prayers and heart goes out to you and all your families as well. Janine, kia ora. Oh, goosebumps. That's beautiful.
Oh,
Isn't it
goosebumps.
just?
That's good. That's got to be good.
You gotta like those prickles, eh? Okay, so we're going to carry on with a little bit more
Yeah,
of
sure.
the interview.
Sure.
Can you please tell me, I would like to know one, or do you have a memorable experience that really transformed you as a musician?
Yeah, there's many really. Done so many gigs in my life, and there's so many experiences that are ultimate. But I think the ultimate one for me was when I went on a show when I was about 23, 24. It was a New Zealand talent show, and I saw it advertised on TV, and they were promoting it big. It was called Saturday Night Live, and I thought, oh, it's a chance to really, I was writing a lot of music at the time. I thought it's a real chance to break away from the gigs and just go and see if I can get a spot. So I went for an interview, and I just took the guitar and sat in front of the producer and another guy, and they said, oh yeah, sounds good. So they put me on the show, and I did one of my songs. It was like a swing type number. It was really cool, and it was about New Zealand. It was about the our economy and that. It was very political, but it was a fun party type song. Yeah. And I actually won the heat that night, so I was really quite. And it was, they said 2 million people just watched that show. Yeah.
And okay, when someone tells you that, what goes through your mind?
So you just don't think about that there's a couple million people watching you,
Okay.
So it was all through, and then my town was over the moon. I'd walk down the street anywhere and people want my autograph, and so it was that feeling of fame. Yeah. And so I went back for my second heat a couple of weeks later, and I actually went back and watched some of the previous shows, some of the competition that was on. There was some top stuff that I thought, shit, I'm glad I wasn't up for that night. Yeah. So I went back for my semi-final a couple of weeks later. There was a lot of hype, and I went back and did another song. I'd love to play that to you, but we're going to run out of time. It's called Running, and it was really fast and energetic, and lo and behold, I actually won that show, and so I made the final. Yeah. Boom. And so all of a sudden this escalated from being a bit of a, let's go and have a play and whatever happens, see what happens, and all of a sudden there's this hype, and it's in the papers and the country, and there's this young up and coming guy.
You couldn't ask for any more exposure, really, could you?
Like back then we only had TV1 and 2, and TV3 was just starting, so there's none of the Sky or Netflix,
Facebook.
So they said more than 2/3 of the country were watching you. So all of a sudden had this huge fan base. So the final came, and I didn't have any expectation, but I actually ended up winning it. So yeah, it was huge. It was huge for my career at the time. It was massive. And
congratulations.
But there's always, unfortunately, I've got to tell you this. There's always, not always, but in a lot of cases, there's times when all those wonderful things that can happen can the rungs can break.
Okay, so let's talk about that. What do you take in regards to your experience?
Yep.
What do you mean by the rungs can break?
Okay, so all these wonderful things were happening. I was appearing on these shows with different well-known artists and celebrities, and then the top management, probably in New Zealand at the time, was Benny Levin, which was South Pacific most. Yes. He's heard about me, and he came to a practice one night, and he was just, I'm going to make you a star, and he got me the support for Elton John in '93. Yeah, 93. And
was that for a gig here in New Zealand?
Yeah, he's at Mount Smart Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of politics behind it, so I can't mention any names. There's a very famous New Zealand band that was on at the time, and they didn't want me on because I was getting way too much promotion. So the music world can be a dog-eat-dog world. Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot of politics, and I'm not going to mention names. I don't want anyone to suffer any things. So unfortunately, at the time, I was on front page. You open a major newspaper, and there's Mark, huge picture and a whole story on Mark. There's this famous New Zealand band with a little snippet in the corner. How do you think they felt?
So how did you process that? So you didn't get.
I was devastating. We got taken off that show.
Okay.
And they took off the Christchurch support group as well. They had to really. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how did you cope with being a musician when you go from that kind of exposure, being all over the papers?
It's huge. You're at the top of the game, and all of a sudden you feel like you're at the bottom, just in an instant. We got canned from that show 4 days before the show.
Oh my God.
We got the call, and it was huge. The music union wanted to take. I won't mention the promoter's name. He's a bit of a scoundrel.
How did you bounce back from that? I suppose what
it took a while. Actually, I pretty much did a few gigs and was gigging, but it was very, very low, and wondering if it was all worth it. And so, but I bounced back.
You bounced back.
You bounce back, and you use that what you've gained through that popularity, you know,
Yep.
to help your career. And
So
yeah.
maybe what was some of that, because I mean that is something that's so true in this industry, and it's not just in music, it's in many industries where life sometimes hands you cupcakes
Oh,
and
yeah.
sometimes it hands you lemons.
Too right.
And it's what we do with those experiences that are going to keep us here on this planet. That's what we always want, but also enjoying our time.
Yeah.
So just very quickly, if there is an answer to this question, Mark,
Yep.
what were some of the strategies that you used going through the experience where you were up to the high and then you felt that your life or musical front just sort of went down?
Yeah, it depends how you take it personally, I suppose. Some people can take it on the shoulder and bounce back. I took it a little bit harsh. A lot of my supporters and people who were supporting at the time wanted to go to the show, and so they were very upset, and there was a lot of anger, and so I guess it fueled my emotions by that as well.
Right.
So it took time, you know. I probably took a year off taking it easy, was doing gigs, but felt, I took it pretty hard, and but you get over it, and you carry on, you do your thing. So
Yeah.
it didn't stop me from writing music, or doing that recording stuff or whatever, or especially gigging. You know, I love my gigging. So
Yeah, and I can see that because you're so natural. You jump on the
Thank
car and it literally becomes a part of you.
yeah, it is.
It does.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, you're not giving up, man.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. Kia ora Levan. That's how diamonds are made. Ain't that the truth? We've all been through stuff, whatever that stuff is, and we all have things. And that's not just say yours isn't valid, and it doesn't hurt like hell at the time, but it's the fact that you kept on. keeping
Yeah,
on.
well, absolutely. Music's that's the number one.
It is.
Hey.
It is.
Yeah.
Love lemon cupcake. I like that. That's what you
was
can
that?
do. Love Levan. Love lemon cupcakes. So you might have lemons, but you make them into cupcakes.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, we're
True.
clever.
True.
Okay, my brother. So do you have one more song
I
that
do.
you would like to share with our audience today?
Yep.
Welcome, everyone.
I was gonna do change the subject just to.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a song that I do love, and I would really want to try and release it this year, do it properly,
Awesome.
and put it. So I'll just play a little bit of it, and yeah.
All right, here we go, Whānau. Kia ora, James.
I remember the first time I met you. She walked in right into my view. I was confused, I was wandering around. Truly felt so blessed when you came to town. Let's change the subject. Ooh yeah. While we still can, baby. Let's change the subject. Oh yeah. Talking with you can be like talking to a wall. Change the subject, yeah. We came together, it was easy for you. Not the same for me, it's hard to do. Well, I feel just like a fool. Never see eye to eye on what we do. Let's change the subject. Ooh, yeah. While we still can, baby. Let's change the subject. Oh, yeah. Talking with you, girl, it's like talking to all. Let's change the subject. Ooh, and we still can. Yeah, yeah. Let's change the subject. Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. All right,
Lots of songs.
Whānau.
Lots of songs. There's tons.
I love your vibe, and I love just how natural you are with the guitar, and
Beautiful.
the way you arrange your songs with your lyrics. They just seem to be so real,
Cool.
and
Yeah,
just
they
so
are.
yeah,
They're
true.
life experiences, and
Yeah.
everything that I write means something to me.
Hmm.
And the reason, some of these songs that I write, like that one in particular,
Yeah.
it's relationship. It's to do with relationships and how men and women we all have different ways of thinking,
Yes.
and it's whether we can get it right together, and and bond and combine with the right. I'm just trying to think what I'm trying to say. So the song is about getting that thing right. I suppose it's a little bit like Don't Blame Me, really.
Yes.
It's that bringing together a man and woman. Can they get it right? You know, can this relationship work?
Yeah.
As we all know that some relationships work and many others don't.
Do you think you found that for yourself
Of course.
at this point in your life?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
It's
awesome.
part of life, and you're looking for. Some people are, some people aren't. They're looking for that person in their life that makes them feel good, complete. No?
Absolutely. I think everyone's wanting to find that special someone in their life that some people might think it completes them. Some people might just want to have someone that they can relate to and they feel understands
Relate to,
them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kia ora, Tony. Hey. Awesome show, Dionne Budua. This man,
Beautiful.
amazing talent,
that's
isn't
so
he?
nice. Thank you, Dionne. You're very
You're so
kind.
welcome.
Yeah.
No, you are. I wouldn't
Very
have you
kind.
on
Thank
any
you.
other way.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so welcome along to Kiwi Karaoke. I'm your host, Dionne Budua, and it's always an honour truly to be here and to share New Zealand's best talent with you all. So this is going to bring us to the end of the show. So if you've just jumped on, Tony, go back to the beginning. We're going to click off soon, and so just re-watch that. But it's great to have everyone clicking on and watching today.
Yeah.
It's
I'll say.
all in the mix, like good cup. Girls gotta love a good cupcake and a guy.
Someone loves these cupcakes.
They're fun. Hey, and I'm enjoying your music too. The part you've got, is that the 13th key that you've been playing on Facebook? So keep me informed with that too, whatever you've got going behind the scenes with that. So
Cool.
now, is there anything you would like to say to your friends and your whānau before we wind the interview up?
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, thank you, because I do have a lot of people who are very good followers of my music, and
Aye.
and they always wish me well, and I love yous all, and I'm so thankful to have yous support me in my music, and you guys know what it means to me, and I'm getting me a bit teary now.
That's awesome.
You know what it means to me, and I thank you all for your support, and I'm working hard, and this year I really want to do more. I'm going to create some more newer songs with a even different feel, and I'm working with a very talented musician, so no promises, but that's really what I want to do for the rest of the year. It's nice to be back gigging. There's nothing like gigging, and it does pay the bills too, of course, but it's about the love of the music, and thank you, Dionne, it's been wonderful being on your fantastic show. It's a beautiful vibe, and any musician that gets invited on here, if you say no, you're an idiot. So there you go.
I didn't say it. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Dionne.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best with your career.
And
I
yours.
especially like the fact that you're trying new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to
absolutely.
that. And please, when you get your new music and you get your tracks and releases out, please let me know, and I'd love
will.
to share them onto the page and get you
Cool.
back, and you can show the world them as well.
Beautiful, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so if you're in the Tauranga area today, please go down at 7:30 tonight and support our local musicians. Go down and see Mark. He's performing at the Tauranga Sits Club at 7:30. So get down there, grab yourself some
come.
yummy dinner,
Yeah.
and you'll be right as rain.
Yep. And your dancing shoes.
Oh yeah, don't forget the dancing shoes. You need those. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a tissue for you, for your issue.
Really?
Hey. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day, whatever you are doing. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Now, if you like the show and you like the content, please share this particular show. Share it around on Facebook. Also, check out the dionneshow.com, my website. Say hello to me if you want to connect and get on Kiwi Karaoke, or get onto my other programs, one called Iwi Influences, which is all about sharing the positivity, love, and also about psychology mindsets for success. Please jump on the dionneshow.com. Also, if you prefer YouTube, jump on the Dionne Show on YouTube, and you will find me there also.
Beautiful.
But from Mark and myself, see you next time, whānau.
Aloha.
Tony, I'll go back and watch from the beginning. Thanks, brother, for sharing your great talent.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Quick shout out, brother Tony, incredible musician
Wow.
from the USA, and his
nice.
music is coming into a movie very soon, actually.
Is that right? You
Yes.
better get him on your show then.
Yes,
Hey.
we do need to, don't we, brother?
Go.
Okay,
Hey.
see you guys.
Kia ora. Thank you, Dionne.